Most coaches tell you less is more, and you need to focus more on intensity versus volume. But our athlete Shiv has proved that statement wrong and proved that more is actually better. So let's jump into his story and how you guys can hugely benefit from what we're about to tell you. And if you're this interesting case, you could be breaking through a plateau like he did. So when Shiv first came to us, what, 2 years ago now, Tom?
Yeah, it was about 2023.
Yeah, about 2023. He was stuck with his jumping and his vertical. He couldn't hit a one-hander off lob. He couldn't hit a one-hander off dribble. He couldn't hit a two-hander. He couldn't do anything. He literally couldn't do anything. He looked very, very unathletic. And I was going to be amazed if this guy could ever dunk. Now he's added 10 plus inches to his vertical. He's almost honey dipping it off dribble, which is quite insane. On 9-9, by the way, but he couldn't dunk on 9-9 before. So he still added an insane amount to his vertical. So when he first came to us, he was more of a wolf jump profile. So he was average across the board at everything. Nothing really stood out. He wasn't crazy elastic. He wasn't crazy strong. You know, he had been playing basketball. He was more of a general basketball player. Would you say and mention anything else there, Tom, who might have been a little bit,
Mm.
no, it
He
wasn't
also
overweight,
wasn't
but he
one
was
of
carrying a little
those.
bit more fat than he did
No.
now?
Yeah, he probably was like, I don't know, 17 to 20% body fat. But he also didn't have a lot of jump reps under his belt at this time. So again, that just adds extra to the wolf profile. It's just, he's got, average jump technique, average strength, average elasticity. So yeah, he really just had to improve in every area.
No, 100%. When we started training him, we took a more general approach to things to where, you run through typical training cycles, 3, 4, sometimes 5 weeks, and then deload. And we worked on getting him stronger. We worked on him sprinting, getting more elastic. We got him jumping at least twice a week. And he improved a little bit. But after a few months, he started to plateau, and he plateaued for a little while. Like, it was a couple months there. So then we really had to reevaluate things and work out like what is going on. So what we figured out with Shiv is that we slowly increased his jump volume over time to a point to where if most people tried to do this, they would probably get injured. And it's quite ridiculous how many times he jumps. Like, how many times a week does he jump right now, Tom?
Bro, no joke. He's jumping like twice a day, at least 5 times a week. We're looking at 8 to 12 sessions a week. And I'm not even kidding either. And he's doing like a good hour session each time. So that's probably what, like 25 to 30 jumps each session. So he's for the weekly amount of jumps, bro, we're looking at 400 to 600. Like, no, I'm not even kidding either. Like, he literally films every dunk and like every dunk attempt. So we have, proof that he's literally doing this. It's actually insane.
So people will listen to this and go like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. This is the dumbest strategy ever. It goes against the science. It makes no sense. But the reality is it worked, and he's 10 plus inches to his vertical, and he hasn't plateaued since we've done this.
He's literally hitting
His
PRs
vertical is going up and up
at
and
the
up.
moment.
So yeah, I like it, initially I thought it was stupid, but then I've kind of realized and stepped back and like, "Oh, okay, well, it's worked." So, and the other thing we
Mm-hmm.
did is we went through longer push phases for him. Like, his cycles sometimes are insanely long. Like, he will push strength work for what, like sometimes 16 weeks, Tom, without a deload.
Yeah, I think our record was like 14 weeks. I
Yeah.
wish I was joking as well. Like, we were just adding weight and adding volume 14 weeks. And it got to the point where, even he said, enough is enough. And his vert suffered enough. And then we did like, a month deload, to be honest. And when we deload Shiv, right, there's like maybe 2 weeks of like super easy training. And then the first 2 weeks of his next block are like super undershooting everything, like undershooting the weights, undershooting the volume. Like, you're still training hard, but we're not really pushing for like a good month. And then that's what happened recently. And then his vert shot up once again.
Yeah, the backing off periods are far longer with him though.
Yeah, which makes sense because he, went balls to the walls for 14 weeks straight.
So that's the trade-off. If you're going to push that long, you need to back off for a lot
Longer,
longer.
right? Yeah, yeah,
A 1 week dealer is not going to do anything at that point.
yeah.
So very, very interesting case. And the intensity of which he trains at is quite insane. Like, this guy pushes hard.
Intense.
And his mindset is also very strong. Like, if he jumps low one day, he doesn't care. He doesn't get caught up in it. He doesn't get emotional. He doesn't start overthinking it.
Mhm.
So that's a big thing too. Like a lot of athletes that end up stuck, their mindset isn't there, and he has a strong mindset and he's confident that as long as he's working hard, he's going to get somewhere and his vertical's going to go up. And that's exactly what's happened. So the other thing as well throughout this process is that he's lost a little bit of weight, not a
Mhm.
crazy amount, but he's gotten a little bit leaner. Like his body composition has improved a lot. And that just comes from him pushing so hard and maintaining, a sensible calorie input each day. So he's
Yeah.
tracking his calories every day and he's probably
Tracking his weight.
dropped, maybe 3% body fat, would you say, Tom?
Oh, to be honest, I'd say more. I'd say like 5 to 6.
5%?
Because when he's at his leanest, bro, he's very shredded. I'd say he's like 12% body fat.
Yeah.
Very
So he's
shredded,
lost,
very diced.
what's that, like 10, 15 pounds he's lost
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
So key things we got him to focus on as well is increasing his squats. He hasn't really been doing much sprinting at all because he's been jumping so much. He hasn't really been doing many plyos, especially intense one, because he's been jumping so much. The base of his training is quite literally just strength work and jumping. Yeah.
Such a cooked case, man. Oh,
It's just
also,
strength work and
yeah,
jumping.
this
Yeah.
guy, guys, he's literally 25 years old. So he's not some 16-year-old who's recovering. He's 25, man. Like, this should not be happening. But here we are, doing 10 dunk sessions a week and pushing the squat and getting leaner and progressing in all of them. It's a little insane.
The other caveat we need to mention as well is a lot of his sessions consist of off-vert jumps too. He does full approach jumps and he does do that, but a huge amount of the volume he does are off-vert jumps, which obviously are less intense than approach jumps. So it's not like the entire, what did you say, Tom, 400 jumps a week approach jumps.
Yeah.
Half of that's
Yeah.
probably off-vert where he's
For
trying
sure.
to do a trick. So it's not
Yeah, man.
as intense, and that's another reason he can handle jumping more and that insane volume is because it's off vert. But yeah, this guy, like the progress he's made since we've implemented these changes has been insane and it's abnormal. And for everyone listening, the key takeaway you need to take away from this is that your training, there's no one size fits all. And even if the science and whatever textbook or whatever coach says it has to be this way, it's not always the case. Experiment with your training. Experiment, try new things. And if you're not sure how to do that, reach out to someone that can help you. Experiment in a
Mhm.
way that's, going to be a, I guess, calculated risk. And it might actually pay off like it did for Shiv. And you're going to have to go through periods to where you don't progress because you're trying something new and you're, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. And that's where with jump training, obviously there's science and guidelines you should follow, but they're guidelines. You can break the rules and test things out, and that's what's happened with Shiv. He's broken all of our
Right.
rules essentially. Gone
And
against the
yeah,
grain.
yeah. I remember having like conversations with Austin, and I'm like, because we talk about our athletes, and we go, this person's doing this person's doing that, and when it came to Shiv, I'm like, and we both kind of agreed, like this guy is definitely jumping too much; it's going to hinder him. And then obviously, what happened, and we both just kind of changed our mindset. Even like I remember him telling me he wants to hit, XYZ dunk, and he was telling me this when he was not even able to do like a one-hander off vert on 10 foot, right? This is what he's saying. He's saying he wants to, like under both off vert, between the legs off vert, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, at the time, like that's insane for anyone to do, regardless of the person. But now, he's proved me wrong so many times. I'm like, this guy's actually going to do this, man. Like, I've never had so much confidence that bro's going to hit these dunks. Like, he's got me like questioning everything about training and what's possible. Cause like,
Yeah.
he's only 6 foot as well. He's not tall. I think his reach is like 7'11", 8 foot. Like, he's not lanky or anything, and he's about to hit these dunks. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Good on you, man.
Yeah. The other thing we need to mention as well is just because we're talking about this, take everything we're saying here with a grain of salt because this has worked for this person and this person only. So
Yeah.
we're not saying go copy what he's doing, but think about it. Think about what he did and think about your own training. Is it working? Is it not? Do you need to change something? Do you need to experiment with something? And that's essentially what your takeaway needs to be from this podcast. Don't go and jump 400 times a week and push
Yeah,
for
maybe
16
not,
weeks
maybe
straight
not.
because that's a fast track for 99% of people to get injured and get nowhere. Like we literally have athletes doing the exact opposite of what he's doing and they get the same result. Then they've gotten the same result.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Shiv's story. And leave a comment below. Have you tried something that is a bit against the grain that has worked for you? We want to
Unconventional.
know. let us know. We want to know. We want to learn as well. So let us know if you've tried something that's a bit against the grain, goes against the science, doesn't really make sense, but it's worked for you, and your vertical has gone up. Then let us know below, and we'll catch you guys in the next podcast.
Keep your mind open. All right.